Snow fell softly over the quiet streets as Christmas Eve settled into the city, wrapping everything in a fragile silence that felt almost holy. Nathan Brooks slowed his car near a dimly lit alley, his breath catching when his headlights revealed a woman bent over a trash bin, her hands shaking as she searched for something to survive the night. The glow of holiday lights reflected off the snow, mocking the desperation of the moment. Nathan, a self-made millionaire and single father, had spent the entire day surrounded by wealth, warmth, and celebration, yet this single image shattered the illusion that joy reached everyone equally. Before the story goes any further, pause for a moment. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and quiet miracles that can change lives, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to support stories that remind us what compassion truly means. Nathan's life looked perfect from the outside. Living in Colorado, he ran a successful real estate investment firm and raised his 8-year-old son, Caleb, in a home filled with comfort and opportunity. But perfection had come at a cost. 3 years earlier, his wife, Rebecca, had passed away after a sudden illness, leaving Nathan to navigate grief and parenthood alone. He kept moving forward for his son, leaning on faith, routine, and hard work. Yet every Christmas carried a hollow echo of what was missing. That evening, after dropping off donations at a church shelter with Caleb, Nathan had driven home alone, his thoughts heavy with memories and unanswered prayers. The woman by the trash bin pulled him out of those thoughts. Her coat was torn, her hair matted, and her face marked by exhaustion that spoke of long nights and colder disappointments. Nathan felt a familiar tightening in his chest, the same feeling he had when he saw his son struggle after his mother's death. He could have driven past. He had every excuse. It was late, it was cold, and he had a child waiting at home. But something deeper than logic guided him as he parked the car and stepped out into the snow. The woman looked up, startled, fear flashing across her face before it softened into resignation. Years of being invisible had taught her not to expect kindness. Her name was Sarah Mitchell, once a devoted church volunteer, a wife, and a mother. Life had unraveled slowly after her husband lost his job, then his battle with addiction, and finally his disappearance. Medical bills, eviction notices, and broken promises followed. When her young daughter was taken in by relatives out of state, Sarah spiraled into a loneliness she could not escape. Faith became harder to hold on to, yet she still whispered prayers on nights when hunger gnawed louder than hope. Nathan listened as she explained her situation, her words uneven but honest. There was no begging, only a quiet dignity that struck him harder than desperation ever could. She spoke about Christmas, about missing her daughter, about believing that God still saw her even when the world did not. That belief, spoken from the depths of her hardship, broke something open inside Nathan. He saw not a homeless woman, but a mother who had lost everything except her faith. Without hesitation, Nathan offered help, not as a savior, but as a fellow believer moved by compassion. He took her to a nearby diner still open for the holiday, where warmth and food slowly brought color back to her face. Snow continued to fall outside as they sat under flickering lights, two strangers bound by grief, faith, and unexpected connection. Nathan felt something shift within him, a reminder that generosity was not measured by money, but by presence. Over the following days, Nathan ensured Sarah had a safe place to stay through a church program, covering costs quietly without public recognition. He helped her replace lost documents, connected her with counseling services, and supported her search for work. None of it felt like charity to him. It felt like obedience, like honoring the values he had promised to teach his son. Caleb, curious and compassionate beyond his years, asked questions and listened carefully as his father explained why helping others mattered, especially when it was inconvenient. Sarah's journey was not instantly transformed. Healing took time. Nightmares still woke her. Shame still whispered lies. But stability gave her room to breathe, and faith slowly returned as something alive rather than something remembered. She found part-time work at a church-run community center, then full-time employment assisting families facing housing insecurity. Helping others who mirrored her past gave her purpose again, a reason to wake up believing tomorrow could be different. Nathan, too, changed in ways he did not expect. His grief softened as he allowed himself to feel joy without guilt. Watching his son learn empathy through action filled a space he thought would remain empty forever. Christmas no longer felt like a reminder of loss, but a season of meaning. He began dedicating more of his resources to programs that restored dignity rather than offering temporary relief, driven by a renewed sense of calling. Months later, Sarah was reunited with her daughter, now visiting during school breaks. The moment was quiet, private, and overwhelming. She prayed in gratitude that night, thanking God for sending help when she had almost stopped believing it would come. Nathan never sought credit, and Sarah never forgot the night that changed her life, the night someone saw her as more than her circumstances. As this story nears its end, take a moment to reflect. If it touched your heart, please comment below and share what kindness or second chances mean to you. Your words might inspire someone else to act. On that Christmas Eve, beneath falling snow and fading lights, two broken paths crossed for a reason greater than either could understand at the time. Nathan learned that wealth finds its highest purpose when it heals, and Sarah discovered that even in the coldest moments, faith can still open doors. Sometimes miracles do not arrive with thunder or angels, but quietly, through ordinary people who choose to stop, listen, and care.